Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be making a dish for you that's from the state of Madhya Pradesh. Like my last video on Jeeravan masala, this is specifically from a town called Indore. Now Indore is very famous for its street food, and among all the famous street foods, the one that stands out is Indori Poha. Now Anu made Poha, Maharashtrian style Kanda Poha, a couple of videos ago. If you haven't watched that, please go watch it. And today I'm going to be making a very different one for you, and this is now a competition. Let's see who does better, and we'll get started. The first step to making a poha, any poha, is having good quality poha. So what I have here is a thick poha. Now this is flattened rice. Now what I've done is I've rinsed it out gently, and you can see how I'm handling it gently with my fingers. So at the end, when you're done, it should still be separate, not all coagulated. Then you won't get a good poha, right? So we're going to put this in our bowl. That's about a couple of cups of poha there. To that, the difference between this and a Maharashtrian poha, we add the spices to it. Here I have in this bowl, I have some turmeric, sugar, this is brown sugar, but you can use white sugar, that's fine, and some salt to taste. Just add that, and I'm also going to add the juice of half a lime. Squeeze that in gently. Once we have this, you want to toss it with a spoon very gently again, so as not to make it all stick together. We just want the spices to combine with the poha to get it ready for our next step. For our next step, I have some oil in a kadai or a wok, doesn't matter what you use, and in that I'm going to add some mustard seeds, about half to 1 teaspoon mustard seeds, and you can vary that as much as you like, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to add also some jeera or cumin seeds. And the oil is hot, so my mustard, you can see it's already spluttering a little bit. And I'm also going to add some saunf seeds or fennel seeds. Again, about the same quantity. And this adds a lot of flavor and crunch to the dish. So you need this. Also, I'm going to add a little bit of hing or asafoetida. This is Lucknowi hing, it's very strong, so just a pinch of it should be fine. Now hing burns fast, so when you add the hing, immediately let's add some onions to it. These are finely chopped onions, about 1 medium onion. Drop that in there along with some green chillis. And this has to fry for a couple minutes, and while it's frying, I'm going to tell you about the key masala for this. And also I'm going to tell you about a hack that you can use if you don't have the masala ready-made with you. So in my previous video, I showed you how to make this, the Jeeravan masala. This is a must-have for this poha dish, for Indori poha. Now if you don't have this, then you can just take 1 teaspoon of garam masala, half a teaspoon of black salt, half a teaspoon of ginger powder, half a teaspoon of fennel powder, and half a teaspoon of dry mango powder. Mix them all together and you have a makeshift Jeeravan masala. It may not be the real thing, but it's close enough and it's fast. But if you want to take the time and do it right, look up my video for the Jeeravan masala, and that's the right way to do it. So we're going to saute these onions now for just a couple minutes. Let them get a little brown and we'll get to the next step. My onions are not quite brown yet, but they're translucent. I'm going to make some room in the middle for another very important ingredient for almost any street food. You got to have peanuts. So we're going to add some peanuts so they can roast off along with the onions, and that gives it a whole lovely texture and flavor. So let all of that mix together, and this will take another about 2 to 3 minutes till all of this is done for the next step. Okay, my onions and my peanuts and the entire mixture is where I want it to be. That looks fantastic. And now I'm going to add some peas. These are entirely optional. These are already pre-boiled peas. I'm going to add them. It adds some color and makes it a little healthier as well. Now just add some peanuts. We give them a quick, peas. Give them a quick toss. And I'm going to add my poha. Now, I told you earlier what's very important for this dish is a good quality poha. Now, this poha, which I have here, and you can see how it's all separate still despite washing, and nice and thick and fluffy. This is from Desi Potli. The link for how to order from Desi Potli is in the bio. We order from there now and we're very happy with this product. So for people living in the US especially, I highly recommend that you use the Desi Potli poha. Comes out really well either for a Maharashtrian poha or this. Doesn't matter what you're doing with the poha. I would try that for sure. So we're going to add our poha. And once you add the poha, we don't want to press down and mix hard, right? That's a bad thing. So we just toss gently like this. And if you're comfortable doing this, then I would recommend even just tossing the whole pan. Either way, you just want to get all of these ingredients nicely mixed together. Once they're done, the dish is not ready yet because Indori poha has a lot of garnishes. So wait for it and watch those garnishes because you will love them. So once we're done with this, we just want to cook this for 2 minutes so everything gets together well, and you can see how it's still nice and separate. Now we're going to add our famous and most important ingredient, the Jeeravan masala. About one nice heaping teaspoon will give it a ton of flavor, spice, all of that in one. So if you like more, you can always add more. If you want less, you can add less. You know, any dish, I always believe you should always make it the way you like it best. But with this, our base poha is now done, and all I'm going to do to this next is garnish it with quite a few garnishes. So you want to watch this next part. So our final step, our poha is ready. You can see that over here, and we need to garnish this. Now for the garnish, I have some raw onions. Toss those on top, just randomly, and some pomegranate, another key garnish. Throw those on top, and of course I have some freshly chopped coriander leaves. Give that a generous toss as well. Nothing about this dish is frugal, everything is generous. And last but not the least, I'm going to add some aloo bhujiya or save. This adds a nice texture and crunch to the dish. So we give a little bit of that. And I want to just keep some lime on the side in case you want some extra lime. And that, my friends, is a classic Indori poha. This is normally in Indore served with jalebi. And I don't have jalebi today, but that's how you eat it. If you go to the streets of Indore and you ask for their poha, you'll get this Indori poha which I made for you with a nice hot fresh jalebi on the side, and life is good. Can't get better than that. So I hope you try this dish, and also I want you guys to tell me if you like this poha better or the kanda poha that Anu made. Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.